With your CIGTV update, I'm April Cummings in for Donna Bush. Premier the Honorable Alden McLaughlin is in Barbados speaking at the Central Bank Meets Blockchain Conference about the ongoing successes of the Cayman Islands in its work to improve e-government services and embrace digital technologies and industries. Mr. McLaughlin is joining a number of other distinguished speakers at the conference, including Barbados Prime Minister, the Honorable Mia Mottley. On the first day, the Premier met with the head of the Ministry of Innovation, Science and Smart Technology to discuss Cayman's wide-ranging program of e-government initiatives. Barbados has looked at the advances made by Cayman in recent years regarding e-government and is seeking to move along a similar path. Minister of Financial Services, the Honorable Tara Rivers, is meeting with European Union officials in Brussels this week with an aim of staying involved in the discussions around the EU's list of non-cooperative tax jurisdictions.
This visit allows for important face-to-face dialogue with EU officials about their concerns and about Cayman's efforts to date to develop proposals and appropriate legislation to address these concerns. So the Ministry has been working steadily with financial services industry representatives, international legal counsel and government entities, including the Cayman Islands Monetary Authority and the Ministry of Commerce, in preparation of our legislative proposals.
Minister Rivers says the ministry will launch public consultation within the next few months after draft legislation has been prepared. Accompanying Minister Rivers to Brussels is the Department of Financial Services Policy and Legislation Director, Michelle Bahadur, and the Department's Special Projects Coordinator, Anna Gubeau. 9 new officers are the latest to join the ranks of the Department of Immigration before it merges with Customs next year.
It's a bittersweet moment. We're happy for the recruits who toiled for a whole year to get to where they are today. Many sleepless nights, collaboration with their teams, working with colleagues, being posted to various areas have brought them here, and they've done well.
Acting Chief Immigration Officer Bruce Smith says he is proud both of the training team and the recruits. After a tough year of training, there is a great deal of pride on all sides about what's been accomplished.
The year was, it was completely uncertain. They did a lot of crying, a lot of preparation, a lot of studying, because I wasn't settling for mediocrity. So, I prayed a lot, was on my knees a lot, and now I'm here today, and it all paid off, so I'm glad for that.
Well, I don't have the words to perfectly sum it all up, but I guess to say something, I guess I could say I'm immensely excited, because it's been 12 long months, there's been lots of ups, lots of downs, and it feels really good that it has finally come together, like all of the hard work has finally paid off.
The recruits were among the first to learn aspects of how they'll function under the new Customs and Border Control Agency. Our congratulations to them for achieving this first milestone in their new careers. And finally, as part of the goal to become a world-class civil service, the portfolio of the Civil Service and its strategic partners have increased investment in training and development, securing an agreement with the Caribbean Development Bank to offer short courses in areas such as project cycle management, public policy analysis, and management. Now, these courses are designed to complement the recent project management and business case development certification program. The courses are between 1 and 3 days long and offered free of cost to all public service, and that includes employees of statutory authorities and government companies. The modules begin on Monday, 24th of September, and run through Friday, November 2nd. Registration will be on a first-come, first-served basis, and most of the courses don't have any prerequisites. If you have any questions, just reach out to your HR representative or contact Lance Barnes, Manager of Leadership Learning in the portfolio of the Civil Service. Thank you for joining us for this CIGTV News Update. I'm April Cummings in for Donna Bush, and don't forget, you can watch us online anytime on the CIGTV YouTube channel. You can also catch us on Facebook.
Did you know that planning permission is required for a shed? Did you know you should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required? Did you know planning permission is required to clear land by mechanical means? You should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required.
Boating, fishing, and water sports in the Cayman Islands are great, but keep a cool head. Here are 7 tips for fun and safe sea outings. Number 1. Use a checklist to plan your outing. Check the weather forecast, make a float plan, and share it with someone who is remaining on land, stating where you're going, with whom, and when you're expected to return. Visit your nearest marine supply store to get your safety gear. This includes signaling mirrors, whistles, and a flare kit. It's also very important to have onboard flotation devices and life vests for each person. There are different types of vests. Some are for water sport activities such as snorkeling, and others are for going on offshore boating or on fishing trips. Number 2. These items can be lifesavers in case of an accident or bad weather. Number 3. Use a motor kill switch, especially if you're boating alone. In case of a leak or breakdown, always stay with the boat until help arrives. If you capsize, an emergency beacon or locator device can send a distress signal to inform the authorities of your location. Larger flares will indicate distress to a boat, airplane, or search and rescue officials. Number 4. In addition to sunscreen, food, and beverages, it would be smart to have a cell phone. Make sure your marine radio works. Cayman boaters use channel 16 to communicate. Number 5. Also, don't forget your anchor and sufficient rope. Number 6. Boat operators should be familiar with the local waters and reefs, as well as the capabilities and functions of the vessels they are using. Always obey the rules of the sea and the marine environment, and have courtesy for others. Number 7. Alcohol and salt water do not mix, especially if you're the captain. Some useful contact numbers are 911. The RCIPS Marine Base is 649-7710, and the Port Authority is 949-2055. Smooth sailing, all!
Did you know that planning permission is required for an addition, alteration, or any material change to your house? The 10% rule no longer exists. Did you know you should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required?
The Esterly Tibbetts Highway 3-lane roundabout is ready for drivers. It's time to make sure you know how to use it. First, know which exit you need to take. Pay attention to lane arrows and signs. Make sure you use your signal to change lanes or exit the roundabout. To turn left, you always approach in the left-hand lane and indicate left. To drive straight ahead, you need to be looking out for signs and road markings indicating which lane to use. Get in one of the lanes marked with a straight-through arrow. If turning right, you must use the right-hand lane and indicate accordingly. To use the roundabout safely, remember these 3 tips. Know your exit, pick your lane, and signal to make your turn.